Alright, here we are. We're doing another pod review today on this pepper right here. And it's called the Akabare Khursani. Alright, we're going to do a pod review today on a pepper. Let's see what we got ready. We've got a bunch of them starting to come ready in this greenhouse. And the other ones aren't really ready yet, but they'll probably be ready before you know it. Got a bunch down here we can do. Let's do a pod review on this one here. I've been looking at this one. And this is called the Akabare Khursani something. I'm going to butcher the name. I know I will, so I'll just show it to you. I think it's pronounced Akabare Khursani. The right name will be in the description. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. Of course, I don't speak the dialect, so it ain't going to sound right, but let's pick one. And let's see if it's hot or not. Oh, that broke right off. That was nice. So let's bring you into the main greenhouse to get past this jungle over here. You see, I got a lot going on. A lot going on. Right down to the dragon's breath. Okay, so here we go. So that's what it looks like. Alright, nice little round mini type of cherry pepper it looks like. And nice little pepper. Alright, so I guess let's turn you around and give it a go. But that is it right there. It's a nice little cool little large marble or mini cherry pepper, something like that. So that's it, and let's give it a bite. Wow, that thing was filled with seeds, man. There might be some heat on it, so let it build. The whole inside of that thing was seeds. I'm still spitting the seeds out. Let's get into the flavor first thing. Let the heat build. Well, the flavor was kind of strange. It was pretty tangy. What did it taste like? It's hard to say because it didn't really taste like cayenne or anything. It was just really tangy, the flavor on it. Got a little piece left there. I'll eat that. The seeds really threw me off because I'm trying to chew. I'm spitting the seeds out. It had a pretty good flavor, the aftertaste part, but I can't quite place it, what it would taste like that I could indicate to you. It tastes like pepper, but that tangy flavor came out strong in the beginning. Then to tape it off, and then there's like the aftertaste of the flavor is what I'm trying to pick up now. There is heat on this thing. It's not a sweet pepper. Okay, so what I will say, I just ate that little piece. Skins are very tough on this one. Very hard. You got to literally chew it up like crunch, crunch, crunch. I mean, skins were really tough on it, which means that it'd probably be good for either a pickling pepper or drying it out. That's my opinion. But the flavor, if it was to like have a kind of a flavor, it kind of tastes a little bit like bell pepperish. It has a little bit of a bell pepperish flavor. And then it has like its own kind of flavor, undertone. It was pretty nice. It wasn't floral or anything like that. It wasn't like, you know, habanero or anything. Nothing like that. There was a bit of a tanginess in the beginning. And because of that reason, I would recommend either pickling or drying it out. Now, let's talk about the heat. The heat is interesting. The heat took a little bit for it to come in, but here it is. It's not very strong. If I was to put a number on this thing, I'd probably say between 8 and 10,000 Scoville, somewhere around there. It's not incredibly hot, but it's something like that. And the heat is mainly concentrating on the tonsils. A little bit on the tip of the tongue and around the edge, very lightly. A little bit on my lips. But it really went to the tonsils. It really went to the back part of my throat. It's really, you know, bzzz, buzzing back there, which actually feels really good. It's kind of like scratching the back of my throat a little bit. Feels pretty good. I like that concentrated burn in the back of my throat rather than on my tongue. That feels good, but it's not really, I couldn't right now really say it would be any more than 10,000. That might even be pushing it high. I'd say this particular one was probably around 8,000 to 8,500, something like that. So it's not incredibly hot, but it's a nice burn. It's a pretty nice burn. The acidity part kind of threw me off a little bit, though. Eating them raw, I would definitely pickle this, powder it. Probably pickling is coming to mind. This is the kind of a pepper you just want to fill up a jar and just pickle them like that. And then you could eat them with your meal. That would be the best way to eat these things. Absolutely 100%. I wouldn't even waste my time drying it, but you could try drying it. In fact, I might take those halves and dry them and then just see what they taste like dried. It might be really good. I don't know yet. I didn't dry them. It's my first year growing it, so I don't know. But it's a nice little pepper. It wasn't that productive this year, but we're going to try to winter it over. Hopefully it doesn't die. But we'll try to winter it over, and we'll plant it out in the garden out here. Instead of tomatoes out here, I think we're going to fill up the whole garden with peppers next year. I'm going to either plant the tomatoes on the inside of the greenhouse, or I'm going to open up another garden, rip down all those grapevines over there, rip that whole thing out, till it up, order in 2 or 3 truckloads of soil, and just plant the tomatoes on that side. And that way I got a whole garden out here to plant these outdoors, because when you plant them out, when you plant these plants outdoors, production-wise, you'll triple, quadruple your production rather than growing them in pots. I like to grow them in pots because it's easy for me to bring them in, but if you do plant them outdoors, you will get a lot more peppers. So we'll have to see. I'll try maybe growing this outdoors and seeing what it does, or plant it in a bigger pot anyway. So anyways, I don't know what else to say about this pepper. What I'll do is I will leave whatever information I know about it or I find about it, and I'll put it in the description below, and I'll put it on my website. But keep in mind, if I'm doing any updating to the description, that updating is going to be done on the website, and I don't usually waste my time updating the YouTube videos. So make sure you visit the website. I will also leave a link in the description right below the main header part of the description. I'll leave a link right there where you can visit my website and buy seeds for this if you decide that you want to grow it. Alright, so that's it, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.